Hi, this is Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Today is Wednesday, November 24th. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and in the spirit of the holiday, I'm going to share some of the things that I am thankful for. Before I do that, I'll provide the regular COVID update and then get into my list of gratitude. So for COVID, things just are not good. They started to, in early October, we were trending down. By the end of October, we were trending up, and now we've been trending up for almost a full month. The case count that I update on a weekly basis, the state website was updated this morning when I checked, so I updated that. And our current daily case count for the last 2 weeks is just over 70 new cases per day for that 2-week period. And the positivity rate, unfortunately, is also up, and it was 10.3% for the most recent 2 weeks. Across the state, hospitalizations are up. There are currently 579 individuals hospitalized for COVID, and 134 of those people are in intensive care beds, which both of those numbers are up from a couple of weeks ago. 73% of the hospitalizations and 79% of the people in ICU are not vaccinated. Still 27 outbreaks in long-term care communities, similar to Oak Knoll throughout the state of Iowa. And so all of those things are not really positive news. At Oak Knoll, we have not had any positive cases of COVID within our employee population for about the last 6 weeks now. So that is good news. And we continue to be COVID-free within our resident population. The Moderna booster shot clinic was last Thursday, I believe. So we've now done booster shots for both Pfizer and Moderna. And so from a vaccination and booster shot standpoint, we've really done everything we can to try to keep our employees and our residents as safe as possible. I am still hopeful that the people who have chosen to not be vaccinated, either within our local Iowa City community or the greater state or across the country, will at some point see the light and realize that the solution to the problem is right in front of them, and that they will eventually choose to get a shot. One piece of encouraging data that I saw as I was looking at the website this morning, the percentage of people 12 years of age or older that have received at least one dose is higher than the percentage of people who are 18 plus who are fully vaccinated. The 18 plus number fully vaccinated is about 69% across the state. The numbers for 12 plus people who have received at least one dose was 72 or 73%. So to me, that must mean that it's like we are vaccinating the 12 to 18-year-old people at a higher rate than we have been able to achieve for everybody else so far. So hopefully that will continue as the vaccinations have rolled out now to the 5 to 12-year-olds as well. So that's enough about COVID. It's rather depressing news, but it is what it is. For Thanksgiving tomorrow, our dining services team is busily preparing to serve all of you Thanksgiving Day meals. We will be doing that in the Hayden Community Room, the Community Room at East, the studio, and in the Hope Dining Room. Additionally, we will be providing individual meal trays to lots of you in your apartments, and family-style meals to many of you in your apartments as well. I do want to give a special thank you to our dining services team who will be hard at work for most of the holiday tomorrow in order to serve all of you. And I know that you appreciate that, and I certainly do as well. I've tried to help out a little bit today. Bruce assures me that we're staffed really well for tomorrow to successfully serve all of you. So So hope it all goes well, and it's like I know that based on what I saw today, it's like it certainly should go well tomorrow. My top 5 things that for which I am grateful. Number 5, I've been able to attend a lot of Iowa athletic events over the last few weeks, last couple weeks especially. The Iowa football team is 9-2, which is a much better record than most of us would have anticipated going into the season, and the 2 losses are still incredibly disappointing. So it's like we feel good about a 9-2 record, and dream about what could have been. Both the men's and the women's basketball teams have gotten off to great starts. I think both teams are undefeated. I've been able to see both of them live at least a couple of times. And I also attended the first Iowa wrestling match of the season last Friday against Princeton. So for our Iowa sports fans, there's certainly been a lot to cheer for. Number 4 on my list of grateful items is my home life. April and I have just adopted a new dog, and she is slowly being accepted by the rest of the zoo that lives at our house. We had been a 2-dog family for many years, and about 6 months ago we had to put down our older dog. So we were down to 1 dog and 2 cats. Just over the last week, we have adopted a new dog. She's 2.5 years old, and our Bernese mountain dog, so quite a large dog. And our beagle is slowly getting used to having a new sister, and the cats are maybe about ready to come out of hiding. They were much less sure about this big new dog that is now living with us. But things are going well at home, and just wanted to share that. Number 3 on my list is I am so incredibly grateful for my daughter Allie and her new fiance Matthew. They are actually at Disney this week. We are going to delay our Thanksgiving celebration until they return, and we'll do our Thanksgiving at home on Saturday. I'm just so happy that Allie found a great partner. It took her a long time to find somebody who was right for her, but Matthew is perfect, and we're just so excited that he is part of our family now. Matthew and Allie's marriage will happen in November of 2022, so we've got another year before that wedding. Number 2 on my list is my son Tony and his fiancee Alexandria. Tony and Alex have been together for a couple of years now. Many of you know Alex from when she worked with us at Oaknall in dining services. They also are just so good for each other, and it's just so nice as a parent to see your kids happy and having found the right partners to share their lives with. So Tony and Alex's wedding is now just 2.5 weeks away. On Saturday, December 11th, they will be married. And finally, number 1 item for which I'm grateful is that we have survived 21 months of a global pandemic with none of our Oaknall people, either residents or staff, having died from COVID. I think nationally we're somewhere about 700,000 deaths from COVID. The first person that died within Johnson County was John DeMarco. Coach DeMarco was somebody who I knew back from 7th or 8th grade at Regina. He was my gym teacher, and he was a football coach, and was just kind of a long-standing member of the Regina community. And when we saw in the news that he had gotten COVID and had died, it really made it very real to me that early in the pandemic. I think that was probably April of 2020 that I knew somebody personally who had died from COVID. So it seems kind of ridiculous that one of the things that we're grateful for is that nobody has died, but it's like none of our Oaknall people, residents or staff, have died from COVID. We've had a number number of employees who have tested positive through the pandemic. All of them have recovered, and fortunately we have not had any residents who have experienced significant issues with COVID. So, and really only one positive case through the entire pandemic. So, our hope is that we're able to continue to say that when the pandemic finally ends. At some point, it has to end, but it's like we'll keep battling until it does. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoy a nice, relaxing Thanksgiving holiday and are able to spend at least a little bit of time reflecting on what's great in your lives. Thank you.